Cowlazars, 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 Cowlazars. He is creating grand adventures. If you didn't play, you should have. It was fun. Mike gave away books that weighed a ton. Cowlazars, 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 Cowlazars. Mike loves puzzles and his boys. Chris and Eric love those mail time toys. Cowlazars, Cowlazars, Cowlazars.
All right, everybody, welcome to Coffee with kpro and Cowlazars. But tonight is a special show because tonight was the release of the newest Grand Adventure. Isn't that right, kpro?
It's true. It got emailed out to the internets, to all of you that have bought in, and it's going to be interesting. If you were to guess, Mike, what do you think? I think either 2 hours or 2 months. That's my guess. These Zoomers are super smart, and I'm a little worried about the Zoom fest that's been going on.
I think I don't think it'll be solved tonight. I think us providing a Zoom for everybody to talk is going to get it solved earlier, because I think the group think is really the way to go about these things. But I think it'll take a week or two to actually solve it. It'll take a week or two.
Okay, well, that's the biggest thing. You never know, guys. So we are actually going to, because there might be some of you in the chat that are still deciding. We're actually going to read you the first chapter, or I'm sorry, the first paragraph of the first chapter. So those of you that might not know, we started a hunt today. This is the first. There's a marriage that has come together, and a marriage that has come together. Of two originators. I've done a few puzzles. Mike's done lots of puzzles over the years. And we decided to bring together our own little hunt. It's completely armchair, so you can do it out of your home. You don't have to travel anywhere. So if you buy in for $25, $5 of it goes to the prize pool. And then we have a number of items, and there's a picture that Mike will show later. But we're going to show a few of the items kind of up close and personal today, because that's cool and fun to do. And then you get a PDF. And that PDF, it's a little under 2,000 words, so it's about 3 pages long. There are no hints in the rules pages. It's just rules and instructions on the last page. So it's a 4-page document. We actually shrunk it so you could actually print it out on 1 page front and back, just to make it easier for you guys. But so we're going to read that. We have a few items. And our prize pool. Our prize pool is at $255 so far, right, Mike?
255. Actually, let's look for an update. Give me a second, because you never know. People are buying in as we speak, and that's okay. You can buy in all the way until it's solved. So anybody who buys in, as soon as you buy in, you will get it emailed to you, the PDF. The people who bought in early got it sent to them 1 hour ago. And again, if you buy in, you are going to be invited to a private Zoom that we're going to do after the show tonight. Current prize pool, $260, plus all the awesome Forest Fen related and non-Forest Fen related items that we're giving away. One winner, totally armchair. Good luck, everybody. Have fun with it.
Well, we did joke around a little bit. Somebody said, did Bobby already solve it? Because we were actually worried. We dropped it at 6, and then we're getting on with you at 7. I'm like, I wonder if Bobby's going to have it solved by then. I think we've been clever enough. We're obviously the number one concern of any originator is it going to be solved instantaneously? I don't think so, because there's a couple parts to it. I mean, it takes a couple steps. It's not just going to be boom. So do we want to read the first paragraph just to show everybody? This is our tribute to the chase. And it's a fun story about some twins that, let's see, the best way to describe it is a shy guy from back east found a treasure chest. And when he did, he wanted to display it, and he went to Vegas, because that's where you go. And everybody was coming in. And the dad works head security at the casino. And this bad guy stole the treasure chest out of under his watch. So he's in big trouble. The twin 12-year-old kids are up for the challenge of figuring out these different adventures they have to go on to collect some items. And if they do, the bad guy will give the chest back. The story unfolds of why there's issues and all of that. But I'm going to have Mike, that because of his lovely voice, read the first paragraph just so you guys got to see. And again, it's a really short read and jam-packed with hints and clues. And we are not, somebody put it perfectly, because there's a new website out. They said it's not heavy ciphers. There's no heavy ciphers. And that's the way I think. I say cipher light, but it's not cipher. So you're not going to need a Caesars or Veneer or any of those with keywords and websites and all that. There's ways we've hidden things into throughout the pages in a variety of ways, wordplay, but also some things that we know you'll figure out. So I'm not even going to go into all the examples, you smarty pantses, you Bobby and you Eleanor, and you know all of people, you peoples, you treasure hunting solvers. So go ahead, Mike.
And Hooli, she bought in. Okay. I wouldn't even have said any of that, kpro, but that's fine. Because they're gonna figure it out. No, they're not. They're not gonna figure it out from anything you said. Okay, here we go. This is the first This is the first paragraph of the first chapter. Chapter 1, the theft. Monday, 12:21 p.m. Bob Washington was a treasure hunter, puzzle addict, and single dad to twin 12-year-olds, Chris and Samantha. He was also the director of security at the newest casino on the Strip, right next to the MGM Grand. And today was the worst day of his life. A theft of which Vegas had never seen before occurred on his watch. The glitz and glamour of Vegas would not stop simply because there was a heist. Casinos are everywhere, not just Vegas, but Vegas is high profile and news travels fast. A world-famous treasure hunt ended when a bronze box found in Wyoming. The finder, a shy guy from back east, worked with the casino to display the treasure chest and tell the story of how he found this famous treasure. Dad was in charge of making sure the chest was secure until the event. It had vanished and nobody could figure out how. He will definitely lose his job, let alone his life will be in shambles if the chest is not found and found in time for the event. That is the first paragraph. Again, it's a short 3-page story, and at the end it's to be continued. So we're going to see how this goes. We may finish the story down the road, but we want to see how this goes over first.
And I will say, this is the only disclaimer I will make. Chris's son, or Mike's oldest son, is named Chris. My oldest daughter is named Samantha. I'm my only daughter, but my oldest daughter. There is somebody named Randy P. There is a roofer. That's a shout out to William Ortiz. We had fun putting different, and then there's the dad. I won't say who that is. And he is in love with a lovely lady. There is no personal tie to any of us. If you know something about Samantha or Randy P or Mike or I, it will not help you in this hunt anyway. Where we live, our personal lives, Randy's personal life, William's personal life. We had fun just referencing some people that we just enjoy in the hunt. So I just wanted to make that clear. So you don't need to research where they live or anything about them at all. It was just truly just a fun little shout out. That is it. That is all. I forget who there's, I don't know, 4 or 5 references to different people. We actually have the rest of the chapters. And so you'll see more people later, but that's the only thing, I don't know, safety wise or disclaimer wise, I wanted to say. So I think it's a fun story. You're going to see some fun things. Anyway, okay, Mike, we wanted to show a couple of items. So let me show you guys what I have. So these are a few of the items that are out of the hunt. So what are you going to win? Here's one of the items. Can you see that? I don't know if it'll.
San Marcos, Texas.
San Marcos, Texas. This is from Forrest Fenn's collection. That's in, I think it's his writing. And I don't think so. It's pretty cool because it's pretty big. This is from our own personal collection. There's one item. Mike, you'd show your item while I put this one away and get the next one.
And you got to mute.
Oh, sorry.
And what's better than a personal arrowhead from Forrest Fenn? And that's why we call this a tribute to the chase. A lot of the prizes are Forrest Fenn related. Not all of them, but most of them are. And then the story has got something to do with his treasure chest. So big shout out to Geyser Girl. I believe she's in the chat. Geyser Girl donated 2 items for the treasure, for this treasure hunt, this grand adventure. This is the first one. Anybody tell what that is? Looks like a bullet, right? It is a bullet, but not just any bullet. This is a Civil War bullet found on the Gettysburg battlefield, July 1863. It is a Civil War bullet from the battlefield. Is that cool or what? It is metal. It's heavy. It's not like, wood. You know how they used to have muskets and they would have the balls and all that. So this is actually shaped more like a bullet, but yeah, pretty cool item. And thank you to Guys or Girl for donating it. You're up, kpro.
So we came into a coin collection and there's a bunch of foreign coins that are kind of fun. So here is one of them, and you can see it says Germany 5p, and you guys probably don't know what that means because neither do I. It's 5 Benias, Benising, whatever.
Pen? No,
PENNP. I don't know.
Penny.
So there it is.
I don't know.
It's like a penny, I think, but it is a 1922 G. They have like A, B, C, D, G. We got them from a shop that went out of business. So they were selling it for $8. That doesn't mean that's how much it is, but it's nicely wrapped in. So you can see here, and I have a bunch of them. I'll show them on occasion, but they're all different countries, all different areas. It's just kind of fun to have one. To be able to go through. This will be the fun part of the treasure. If you are the one that gets awarded this from all of your hard work, because you're going to be able to go and research all of these. And there's probably, I'd say 50 to 70 like this in there. Okay. And then I have one more item, but you go, Mike.
What's a treasure without coins? I mean, to me, coins are a perfect treasure, whether you're talking about pirate treasure or not. So we put in a bunch of coins. And then this is another one from Guys or Girls. She didn't send one. She sent two. This is an actual leaf, as I show it. This is an actual leaf from the Amazon rainforest, and it is actually dipped in, I believe, copper, right? Santa Maria, handpicked by local people in the rainforest communities without damage to the trees or the forest, and then dipped for prosperity's sake. So there you go. So pretty awesome. Thank you, Guys or Girl. We appreciate it. And
thank you, Guys or Girl.
And then you have one more kpro, you said?
Yeah, and I was asked if I would take this out and actually sell it. And I won't tell you for how much. I will put you in connection with the people that have asked that. Well, they'll know. So this is a book called Amazing Mabel, and you can see, and this actually just came up on Stories of Taos. Cynthia's continuing her stories of Taos. From Forrest. So there's a new video out with Forrest's voice you can hear, and she's actually in it. So this particular one, it has a little bit of scuff marks and things, but it's a genuine copy. There is some things I will tell the person, because I have some, this is out of my personal collection. There is some things here, but this one was signed by the wonderful and lovely Charmaine. We know that Charmaine just passed, so she's not going to be signing anymore, obviously. So this is a collector's item in itself. And it says, to Jim and Joanna, one of the New Mexico's most dynamic duos. This is number 72.
72 out of 250.
Yeah. So you now have, and there's lots of things in here. There's lots of illustrations. There's lots of things. Do you have the color cover? I don't know what that means. Maybe there's one of these with, I don't know. I don't know what that means. Ask again in a different way, Holly, and I'll understand a little bit better.
Is there a year that it came out? Publication?
I bet you there is. So let me look. Of 250
first printing, right?
By Charmaine Allred, Ford, Frank Waters. 1996. One Horse Land and Cattle Company.
We've heard that company before, right? And this is the one. This is the book where Forrest wrote something in it. I remember there's a scrapbook about it, of the Amazing Mabel. If you look up at the Amazing Mabel and Forrest Fenn, he wrote something in those. And somebody said, "Why'd you write that?" Or somebody said, I thought somebody said, "Why is your phone number in here?" Or "Why is there a certain phone number?" And he said, "Because I wrote it." In other words, Forrest added to that from that phone book part. So kind of cool.
Yeah. So in the front and the back covers, There is actually some additional handwriting of Forrest in one of the copies that I have. I don't know if it's this one or not. And you can actually tell because you can see the shimmeriness of it. And so you can see actually where some things have been written in. So some people thought that was hints and clues for the Forrest Fenn treasure hunt. I don't know. I'll let you guys figure that out. I know some people want this particular book. I do have 2 others that are part of the collection. But this one is pretty, it's one of the highest end items in there because there's only a few out there. Okay, there was a red dust jacket printed at Kinko's per an email exchange from Forrest. Not on this one that I know of. If you're talking about this book, does she mean dust jacket? Okay, maybe there's a dust jacket. It's not on this one. I'll have to check my other ones to see. Very interesting. I did not know that part. I know we did a whole video with the person that we purchased this from, this collection from, and it was pretty cool to hear all the backstories because she's the one that collected each item. Yeah, it's okay. So those are the items that we have. So let's see. We said it was 3 pages. Less than 2,000 words. It's about 1,850 words. Mike and I put this on together. That does not sound as painful as it was. Mike and I really see differently, and it took a lot of patience on my part not to get as mad as I did sometimes. I will say it was rough, but rough in a good way because we wanted the best product. So it wasn't just throw it together. It was, no, I don't want this or I want that. And what? No, that'll be too easy. That'll be too hard. We did a complete restart twice. And I'm okay with that because he's like, it did make it better, but I'd put in a lot of hours. Then he's like, no, let's completely go with a new concept twice. And I'm okay with that. And so, I just think it's cool because you have 2 very different minds coming together. So hopefully you got the best of both worlds.
So I'll just show a picture of the entire thing. And I know most people have probably seen these, but if anybody's new and anybody's like, should I buy in? Check it out. It is $25. $5 goes to the prize pool. We just had somebody else buy in. As soon as we are done live, I will email the people that buy in the PDF, and then you will get the Zoom invite along with everybody else. That's what we're doing tonight for Zoom. And check it out. You will get the only Chaseopoly signed by Forrest Fenn. You will just get a bag of random coins. This would be awesome for somebody with kids to win this because you get to go through all these coins. You get all 3 of Forrest Fenn's books. You get a Tony Hinman necklace. You get one of the cozies from the Fenn finale. You get it. This is a bag of pins, car pins. Like I don't think they're keychains. I think they're actual pins, like Mercedes-Benz. I don't know how old. That's part of the fun. Forrest Fenn's personal arrowhead, an awesome 3D, a coin holder from 3D Bronze. Coin number, I want to say it's number 346. One of the non-numbered coins up here. You just get a bag of pocket watches, kpro, just random pocket watches. We don't even know what was in there. Big shout out to John who donated some of these things, the pocket watches and the pins. And we thought, you know what, let's just put it in this. We're not going to go through it and try and value it and all that. We don't know what's in there. Some silver dollars. Silver dollars, some silver half dollars. Whole dollars and half dollars, I should say. And then a bunch of coins. And then I know for a fact we have 4 1-ounce 0.999 silver coins. And thank you to Richard McKeever who sent those. And then also the other one was donated by Mr. David Jacobson, who has the Mad Hatter book coming out. It's actually called The Hatter's Hat, Lost Tales of Wonderland. So thank you to David Jacobson. He will be on the show in the future. He's done a couple of the shows. And you get the Fenbury map signed by Forrest Fenn, number 74. Out of 250. So there it is. There's one winner, and I'm going to let you in on a secret. kpro said don't tell them, but I'm going to tell you guys because you guys may be wondering, well, I don't get it. How do you win? What do you do? So when you buy in, you get this PDF emailed to you, and in the rules section of the PDF, it says we have a password protected video. There's a link that you can go to or type out and go to, and it's a password protected video. The first searcher who successfully figures out the password to that video, that's who wins. But you can't just figure out the password. You've also got to tell us how you use the clues in the story to derive that password. Okay. So you're not emailing Chase Opley with a bunch of answers, which is kind of how we've done things in the past. We thought this way would be a little bit easier and maybe easier for you guys. You got to try the password. If it doesn't work, obviously you have the wrong password. Yeah, you have to use the clues in the story to figure out what that password is. And that's all I'm saying about that. So you guys have the PayPal link, chaseopley@gmail.com if you want to buy in. And anybody can buy in until this thing's solved. It could take months. It could take years. We don't know. It could take hours. We don't know.
It could take minutes, Bobby. And here's what 3D said. No dust jacket. I'm out of here. See, there's already one less. 3D is, but I think he's lying. He's in these Zooms. There's some super smart people. But here's the thing too. You'll just know, since he put that out, I'm going to say something too. The password is all lowercase, no spaces. We say that already. But if you put in the wrong one, like in a 15-second period, it timed you out for a while. So do not just, oh, I'm going to try everything I can. You will need something pretty exact. You'll know when you have it. Yeah, it's oh, okay.
He's joking around.
I know. He's so funny. And when you meet him, he's such a nice guy too. Except all the stuff he says about me. And here's something that we heard loud and clear last time, guys. We're not going to be given hints and clues. We're not going to reference. We're not going to talk. We will be sitting back in the Zooms. We might be in there from time to time. So this is just fun. You might need a break from the U.S. treasure hunt because of all the cipher stuff going on there. Oh, that's fun.
You need a break.
Yeah, you might need a break from that. So I see they're already asking for hints. Mike, see you open the floodgates. Mike, see what you did, Mike? You're such a pushover, Mike. Mike. Okay. Anyway, we hope you have fun with it. You're going to see more chapters. We want to get some feedback after this one. We already have the additional chapters beginning to be written, but we want to see what you guys think of this one. This one's, I'm going to safely say, totally different than anything we've really done. Because it really brought in the best of Mike and the best of me. And we haven't done, but there hasn't been a marriage before like there is now.
And I will say this, what we did is we created something that's very similar to what Custard Quest did. If you're not familiar with that treasure hunt, look up custardquest.com. It's something from like 5-6 years ago. It's a story, and you have to figure out, in that case, they actually had a proxy item somewhere in the US. And just from the story, without any obvious clues, you had to figure out where that proxy item was. We kind of did the similar thing here, but you're not looking for a proxy item. You're trying to determine a password. And you need an email. You definitely need internet access to research and try and figure out what that password is. And yeah, that's it in a nutshell. We hope you guys like it. Everybody can join. There is no deadline. Laddie Addy said, when's the deadline? There is no deadline until it's found. And we will let everybody know when it's found as soon as possible. Captain Marvel, I believe, just asked, will you know when the video is accessed? We will know if I check it. The way we will know if you access the video is you need to email chaseopley@gmail.com and tell us. And you also need to tell us how you got the password.
Okay, stop though. There's directions in the video of what to do is a better way of saying it, I think. I don't think we should give them all the contents of the video. Right?
All right, but if there's any code breaker Charlies out there that somehow can crack that website or determine the password because I made a mistake or something, you don't get the prize. You've got to show how you figured out the password from the clues in the story. Okay, so no hacking, none of that stuff, guys. None of that stuff. Okay.
Okay, so that's everything that we were going over. Unless anybody, so we read you a paragraph. It's a fun little story, as you can see. Yes, we do some references to you and you and you and you and you out there. 3 pages, less than 2,000. We showed a few of the items. The price pool's at $265. No hints on the rules page, so only worry about the first 3 pages. All lowercase. It is a password to a video. If you've bought in, you have the link. And special thanks to Geyser Girl. Special thanks to those were new items, unexpected. It's always fun to get something unexpected in the mail. But thank you to David Mad Hatter. Thank you to John. Thank you to Richard McKeever. There's 3D bronze, and I know we're missing
somebody. John.
Yeah, somebody that donated some cash. Like, do you remember it was female?
I think it was
sure. I think it was sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you. So that's what's kind of bringing everybody together. The clues are throughout the story, correct? Not just the clues given in the story. I don't know what that means.
That is correct. In
Oh.
the story, so in the story, there are clues that are solved in the story. There are clues throughout the story. Yes, that's correct. Are there any red herrings, kpro?
Go ahead. Why are we answering any of these questions?
Because they're going to ask. Because they're going to.
Well, I mean, I think this is the biggest misnomer out there, or the hardest thing to answer. Are there any intentional ways that we're putting things in that are going to make you go down rabbit holes? Not in our perspective, but this is about solving puzzles. So when you look at it, I know someone will accuse us afterwards, but it's not intentional. I mean, there's some things in there that you definitely need to crack. There's some details in there that isn't a hint, but that doesn't mean that you might not spend a lot of time thinking it's a hint. You know what I mean? So how would you answer that, Michael?
There are always red herrings in a treasure hunt, a story, because there's some aspects of the story that don't pertain to the solution. And because you don't know that, because you don't know the solution, and you're like, well, that was a red herring. No, that was part of the story. But you don't know that. So to you, it's a red herring. So I think the answer is yes. But we didn't intentionally try and set up things so you guys would waste time on certain things. I don't think. But again, somebody will probably disagree and say, yes, you did. And that's fine. I think red herrings are okay. So, but that's my opinion.
Well, let me give you an example. We've told you that the names Samantha and Chris are our two oldest kids. If we didn't tell you that, and let's say the names are something different, some people could think that those names are hints and actually go down the rabbit holes of who is Samantha and who is Chris. We're telling you it's not on that one. But what if we didn't tell you that and you spent lots of time? There were just two names we used. There's no hints. There's no way to help knowing Samantha and Chris, especially they're our kids. There's nothing there. But some people could have spent hours. Is Samantha and Chris a code word or an anagram or a this or a that? You could, but is it a red herring? No, we didn't put it in there because of that. We actually were going to do like a famous couple, and then we thought it might send you down a rabbit hole that we don't want you to go down. So we don't want you to waste your time, but we're not going to point out every single clue. But red herring, what I think of a red herring is, let's say, well, can I give the example of what we named so I turned to my daughter and I said, give me an example of a famous couple that you like. And she watches this show called Riverdale, and there's an Archie and Veronica, which I did not know was related to a comic book. So I actually put in Archie and Veronica, which meant nothing. But Mike's like, ooh, they're going to research all the comic books.
Yeah, that's Archie.
And I'm like, what do you mean comic books? I had no idea. We took those names out, and I was like, what are you doing? Saying you were into comic books? She's like, no, I'm into Riverdale. I did not know the intent. So now I've been educated about all of this. Guarantee somebody would have spent 100 hours looking through Riverdale or comic books, and we didn't want you guys to do that. So we changed the names. So we couldn't do that all throughout. There might be a number or a name or a word that you guys jump down the rabbit hole, but it means nothing. Or it might mean something and it breaks everything loose. You just don't know. That's what treasure hunting's about.
Okay, I think that's it. It's funny. 3D Brown says no hints, and then 24 minutes later, they're giving hints. Those really aren't hints to the solution. It's kind of like the David Steele interview. He didn't say anything that, whatever. Okay, we hope you have fun. Archie Bunker, David Piazzano says, have fun. Again, you can buy in. I still have the link. There's the link. It's $25, $5. We will give everybody updates to the prize pool as we go, probably once a week. Again, everything in that picture we showed is going to one winner plus these extra items. Thank you again to Geyser Girl, everybody else who donated. I do think we should probably close the prizes down because the hunt has started. So we're not going to accept anything else. You can send us things for sure, but we'll just use it in the next hunt that we do. Okay. And then, there it is.
Andrea said the thing that sold me was Forrest Finn's Arrowhead. Yeah. And there's the pottery chart. I know some people, and that Mabel book is, I know a lot of people want it, and they're like, why are you doing this? Why would you take part of your collection? Because it's fun, and because I want you to have some things, especially if you were a Forrest Fenn treasure hunter, you're going to have some things that nobody else is going to have. And it's fun. And I just we wanted to give back. This community has given us so much. I know a lot of people say you've done so much. Well, it's a give and take, and we're giving a little, we're taking a little, and we're all going to have fun in the process. So
again, Any questions, any comments? I want your feedback. So as you guys read it, as you work on it, email chaseopley@gmail.com and just let me know your thoughts. I hate this. I love it. It's different, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. Give me your thoughts, good and bad. Any questions, send, because we are going to email the answers to everybody to make it fair. Everybody who paid will get the answers. This video, of course, you guys have the opportunity to watch our live videos, which you should. And if you can't watch them now, they're there on YouTube to watch for everybody. But any answers to questions, we will email to everybody. The Zoom invite that's going to come here in the next 10 minutes will go to the people that have paid only, because you've paid. We ask you, you can share with people, just don't share the PDF. That's what you paid for. But if you want to share ideas or, talk to other people, that's fine. All right. I think that's it for me. What do you got? And only 2 pages. That's right, Huli. Not long at all. That was an important part we wanted.
Yeah, because for me, there's too much time commitment, and we wanted to be able to. We did put it in a PDF, so then you can just hit print. You don't have to screen capture and spend time in doing that. But it's only 2-3 pages. You can get through it literally in a 5-minute sitting, in my opinion. But then, really looking through it, there's a lot of stuff in that couple of pages. So have fun with it.
Before kpro says something she shouldn't. All right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We appreciate it. We'll do the private Zoom. We will be back today is Thursday. We'll be back Monday. Let's see. We will be back Monday. Monday, we will resume a Zoom for the U.S. treasure hunt. That seems to be the hot one right now. But take a break and try this one. You may just win a lot of cool items. Okay, everybody. I think that's it. We'll see you. Bye.
Bye, all.